What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, my sister Delilah.
What's up?
My brother Derek.
What's up?
And my friend Dan.
What's going on?
And this week we are talking about Twister.
Twister.
What year did this come out?
1996.
96.
Oh,
That was a
96?
year. That was a good year.
That was a good year. It was a good decade, but a good year in a good decade.
That was a good year for movies. What else came out in 96?
Independence Day.
Ooh-wee.
There was a whole bunch of other stuff that I did not write down, but I know Independence Day came out that year too.
Okay. All right. There you go. 96. A year in greatness. So let's talk about Twister, the disaster movie, which I was afraid to watch as a child because tornadoes are real.
That's true.
And they can kill you.
That they can.
You were also a very scary child.
That's true. And I'm not ashamed. You know what? Fear is a good thing. Keeps you alive.
Fear does protect you.
Yeah.
Fear does protect you.
Yeah. So, talking about the likes and dislikes about the movie. I don't know. This movie was interesting. I think it stands up in some spots. There's obviously spots it does not stand up. But it was still, like, interesting to watch.
Yeah, I think it was still incredibly enjoyable. Like, I loved the movie when I first saw it. Like, I saw it in theater. Absolutely loved it. And even now, like, I'm like, I still really like this movie. And I think, like, the parts that holds up well is the part that was done with practical effects. And, you know, the CGI does get a little spotty in some areas.
Them twin tornadoes on the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
What was
Yeah.
that?
That's to be expected, though.
What was that?
It's to be expected.
Was
And-
their car in between two tornadoes
yeah.
Yeah.
with their CGI cow? I feel like the CGI cow was like someone's like baby. Like they worked on it, and they're like, "We got to put this in the movie." And they watched it, and they're like, "That's my cow."
That's quite the scenario there.
This is like definitely that was the thing. If you're the person that worked on Twister and that was your cow, let us know.
Yes, put it in the comments.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a simple story. The guy wants divorce. Apparently, has nothing to do with tornadoes.
It does not.
So he gets thrown back into storm chasing, and it's the biggest one because that's where all disaster movies are.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
I
Gotta
mean,
be.
it's not a movie if there's a bunch of little tornadoes.
That's true. That
There
only-
were a bunch of little tornadoes.
Yeah,
so-
but you got to say the big one for last.
Okay. All right.
True that.
Did they die several times in this movie?
Yeah, multiple
Yeah.
times.
He died
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
so
they did.
many
Yeah.
times. Not even that. Like, this isn't my nitpicks, though, but, like, all that debris, and they didn't get no cuts, no nothing. I mean,
Cuts,
they,
hail,
like...
nothing hit them. Especially when they was in that barn and all them like knives and stuff swinging around. I'm like,
Yeah.
why aren't they even being blown?
Right,
Okay.
like, first of all, how you not get, like, decapitated with something smacking you in the face? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm like, come on,
Also-
dog.
Or at the drive-in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the drive in.
Yeah.
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 Also,
I don't think there was no casualties at that drive-in.
No,
Yeah,
that
nobody
dude,
died.
that one dude got hit with, like, a...
A pebble.
someone
No,
died.
like a
I mean,
hubcap or
hit with
something.
it was a hubcap.
oh yeah, you were dead.
But that was it, though. And it was just like, I'm okay. Like, just put a Band-Aid on it. I'm
No,
like, you
you're
need
not.
stitches at least.
Like, come
you should
on,
be
man.
He got a
concussed.
concussion.
Yeah.
Concussion and
You
stitches.
probably should be unconscious.
What kind of got me about this movie was, and I don't know if maybe this is scientifically sound or I don't know, but it was like it kept on being people standing while cars were being picked up and thrown around.
Right.
Yes.
And the people are standing on the ground fine, like, yeah, woo, oh, look at this car going.
A semi was being blown around in the air, yet his pickup truck
Oh.
maintained all
The
four
semi
wheels on
with
the ground
the trailer.
with the trailer. A full trailer, obviously, because when it hit the ground, it blew, up. So obviously it was full of fuel.
Why does everything blow up?
Well,
Soon as it hits the
it
ground, it
was
blows
a
up.
gas tanker. I could see that blowing up.
But the point is,
but on the point of impact,
his pickup truck did not get
Did not get lifted
Hey,
in there.
look, when Dodge pay you to put their truck in a movie,
I'm like, yeah,
it's
nothing
gonna
can destroy our
last to the
truck
end of the movie.
except for that last F5.
It's a built Dodge truck. I don't know what Rams.
That first generation
slogan is.
Dodge Ram was one of the worst Dodge Rams ever built.
All right.
It was pretty.
It was different looking for the time.
Yeah, I would go with that.
Like,
With the
in
big
the
nose
movie?
grill, it was different looking.
It was different.
In the movie, it was clean.
Right.
Was it
Yeah.
pretty?
Nah,
No.
I didn't
I
win
mean,
because I remember thinking when she was
compared
like, "Oh,
for
you
to
got a
today?
new truck," and I was like, "Ugh, that truck sucks."
Absolutely, compared to today, it's nothing
Oh
compared
well,
to the
no.
truck today.
Compared to today, no, it's nothing. It's trash compared to like pickup trucks. Look nice.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
would get me a
compared to today,
Silverado
absolutely
or
not.
an F-150.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
absolutely.
I don't know about Dodge still. I'm not a
Dodge, the Ram.
yeah.
It's actually
it's
actually
solid.
pretty daggone good.
It's solid. Yeah, you
I'm
take
not
that.
a big Dodge fan.
Y'all see
No,
those
I'm not
new,
either. But it's not Dodge
Toyota-
anymore. It's just Ram.
Yeah.
It's
They-
the same company.
Because they're trying to separate themselves. Because you think of Dodge,
Okay,
you're
it's
oh,
like,
one of
oh,
those.
well, it's Chevy and GMC. All right.
But think about it.
They're the
GMC separates itself, and it makes a difference.
It does make a difference.
Yes, it's the
Okay.
same car. It makes a difference.
Is it a like reasonable difference? Not really, but
I mean, it's the difference like
From a
in
consumer
Cadillac-
standpoint,
Think about it like
it makes a
Cadillac and
difference.
Chevy, right?
Well,
Cadillac was
there
like,
is
I'm
a
not gonna put a
difference.
Chevy badge on our car. It makes a difference.
true. Although there are a lot of Chevy parts that will fit your Cadillac.
It will.
Just saying.
The frame is
Yeah.
probably the same.
Oh, y'all see those Toyota pickup commercials? First of all, I don't know. Just no Toyota, no.
Well, for the
And-
Tundra,
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
they
people like
look
the Tundra.
nice or whatever.
they do like the Tundra.
But I
Hefty
just,
price tag.
I don't know. Like if I'm gonna get a pickup truck, like
It's probably not going to be a Toyota.
it's not gonna be a Toyota.
Yeah, F-150.
I'm sorry. And if I'm getting one just for looks, I'm gonna get the GMC.
Well, Toyota is very limited. Like Toyota, GMC, Ford, and Dodge, they all had a 1500, 2500, 3500, 4500. Toyota just has the Tundra.
Yeah.
But they do got like a turbo version of it, but there's
What,
not
like
a lot of versatility.
Like a Raptor?
What do you mean? Oh, well, yeah. But it's not as fast as the Raptor. There's no
Okay.
way. Or the TRX.
Yeah. So like I just don't see it. And then like I'm on construction sites a lot. Ain't nobody got no Toyota Tundra.
No. Except for the one weird guy. Like, you think he all that pulled up in his clean Toyota that's done
he
no
just-
work since he bought it.
Because he want to have a truck because everybody else has one.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll get a Tundra. They said it can pull a spaceship. That was a special Tundra that they used for that commercial.
Of course.
If you go try to pull one with yours,
All right. So, our guy Bill gets thrown back into storm chasing.
all the while
Right,
trying
because
to get
he
one
was
more page
a-
signed on his divorce documents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was a weatherman.
Yes, the weatherman. Apparently,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
frowned
he had
upon.
to come
It's
on.
frowned upon.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
How
I
dare you
feel
be
like
like,
that was
Why
a good
is that
job.
frowned upon?
Hey,
Because
I'll be
he went from chasing the
a
storms
meteorologist
to
now.
just talking about the
As
storm.
As
getting
if
out of
being
harm's
a
way?
meteorologist is easy.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, you're just pointing at a screen.
It's not easy. I'm like, don't they have to actually read the weather? Like, they have
Yes.
to
Do
make
they?
the predictions.
I didn't figure there's
I'm
some guy in the
pretty
background
sure- I'm
doing all the
pretty-
work.
I'm
and they
pretty
just
Looking
sure-
at his Google weather, like,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
it's gonna
sure
rain
you
tomorrow.
have to have a geology major.
Yeah, there's a
probably do.
degree
The
for
people
it.
on the local
Yeah.
news, I don't think them people got degrees.
They're
The
just-
weatherman, I think he does.
Well, like an associates.
No, I think you need a science and geology major.
Not geology, meteorology. Geology is
Geology is rocks.
But you do study clouds. in
that's not a
geology.
rock.
I know, but you do study clouds in geology.
Geo literally means Earth. I'm just saying. So,
I took a geology lab.
and y'all study clouds.
Yes.
Where'd you get the
What
clouds
geology
from?
was there? It's literally not attached to the ground. You don't have to look it up. It's fine.
I'm looking it up, man. I'm looking it up.
Oh, my back hurt.
So so this movie is secretly a rom-com, right?
Is it?
I
I
think
guess
so,
This is
yeah,
a, like
'cause
this is a romance film,
basically,
right?
that was the story. Like his new soon-to-be wife was basically dragged around while he was
Chasing
getting
after
back
his old
into-
wife.
Oh yeah,
his old
Melissa.
wife.
Let's talk about Melissa.
Okay,
she was a
hold on.
dork.
No, I feel bad for her.
Sort of, but I also
No?
wouldn't have gone with him.
Would you not know
on
what
his-
you're getting into if that was happening?
No, but think about it. Like, I feel bad for her because, like, she deserved better than what he did to her. Because, like, think about it. She knew nothing about tornadoes, right?
Right.
Hasn't seen one before and all that. And yet she was willing to go storm chasing with him, showed an interest in what he liked, only for the find, like, oh, this dude about to get back with his wife for real?
And
She
she
deserved
didn't see that
better.
coming.
She deserved better. She tried. She really tried. And every second chance he got, he stuck her with someone she didn't know with them little creepers in the van.
Oh, the dude that was talking about the suck zone.
Just like, just
yeah, he was weird.
like she, like, come on now, like anything, like, okay, if you're gonna chase this, you protect your fiance,
Yeah, you'll
right?
probably be like right next to me the whole time.
Right, you should be right
I'm
next
not
to
gonna
me.
have you
Not-
come.
not
I'm
go
like,
Yeah,
ride
like that's
with-
if I let you come. Like if I'm probably not gonna
Right.
let you come.
Right, and then it's like,
Like, I
go ride
appreciate
with
it, but-
Dusty or whatever that guy's name was. And I'm like, who is he? And why did you just stick me with him?
I'm like, hey, you need to go find some shelter. Also, if I was Melissa, I wouldn't be going.
No,
I'm like, hey, go have fun.
But that's
Yeah,
what I'm
go
saying.
ahead.
Think about it. Like, she tried. She's like, oh, I want to go because
Mm-hmm.
she wanted to be interested in what he used to do.
Yeah.
I feel that. I mean,
That
on
was
her
good
part,
on
yeah,
her.
that was cool.
Yeah.
On her part, that was cool.
Yeah. So I just feel
I do
like
feel like she should have like saw that coming. It's like you spending all this time with your ex doing something that both of y'all are passionate about. It's bound to bring y'all back together as opposed to driving y'all further apart.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just a thing. So
And that was kind of dirty on his ex's part, though, because she knew what
She
she
knew
was
that.
she
doing.
knew
Yeah,
exactly
she knew
what
what
she
she
was
was
doing. Which is why I'm like, that relationship does not last. It doesn't last.
what when they get back there?
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah,
No,
probably not.
That's not lasting.
Probably not.
No, he wasn't. But he wasn't going to leave his fiance. She kind of just.
Well, I mean, it's better to know right before you marry someone that this
True.
is, you know.
That is true. That is true. But I mean, she did overhear the argument that they had when
Yeah.
she was throwing her little BBs around, and he was like, "You got to see what's right in front of you, me." And,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of
Yeah.
a telltale that he's not over her for real.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like when they in relationships. I know we're talking about the rom-com aspect of Twister. Sorry.
Bear with us, people.
relationships when they could go like, oh well, they're not over them. Like when you were married to someone, let me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you know now. No, they are not fully over that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean. In normal circumstances, there are times when it's like, oh, you're fully over that person. But like if they were in a long-standing relationship,
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like no, not saying that you should just go off and be with him. You also got to make compromises there. But like,
Of course.
to be like, oh, you still love your ex-wife, like, well, yeah, they do.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
but this was a little bit different because it's like, okay, hey, he still loves his ex-wife, but then every chance he got, he ran off with his ex-wife
That's
and
true.
left you behind. That's the part
That's
that's just
true.
like,
Yeah.
hey now.
Now, I hate to say it, but she probably wasn't even a thought in his mind when he
Like
was
he
with
wasn't
Joe
thinking about her like at all. He
until
was
she
so-
popped up.
Right, he was so inconsiderate the entire time.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was like, she seemed like a nice lady.
She did seem like a nice lady. There was a lot of like half-brained things that she was doing, and I'm like, and she was obviously too jittery for this kind of a thing.
After the
Oh,
first
yeah.
one,
Yeah, I was
in
like
the truck
Yeah.
flipped or whatever.
Yeah, she was
You should
screaming
have just gone. You should have just like
15
all right, that was
minutes
it.
after it had happened, and they're like, it's over. Oh yeah, oh dear, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe you shouldn't
some
keep
people-
going.
I just like, I mean, I'm not sure if I could
Yeah.
tornado
But maybe
chase.
she was trying to like tough it out because of seeing everybody else that was there toughen. They like, yeah, woo.
You're an adult
Yeah.
though. It's
Hey,
like
y'all
I don't
can
need to
tell me
compete
all
with
y'all
nobody
want.
else.
Like, hey man,
Like, this is
root
awesome.
for it.
I'm like, for you.
Yeah.
But for me though, I'd rather watch it on TV.
Yeah, I'm like,
there's a
I'm
tornado
like,
blowing in my basement.
I'm just gonna take some shelter and tell me how it went.
Speaking of going into the shelter, in the opening scene, when
Oh,
her dad
I
tried
forgot
to
about
hold
this. Oh my
the
goodness.
door closed.
My wife tried to explain this off, and I was like, no. There's no explanation. You're like, she was like, well, he wanted to protect his family, and the shelter door was blowing off. And I'm like, no.
So you're gonna overpower an F5 tornado and hold
I'm
that door
like,
closed?
The door is. You get to the back of the cellar.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
Go the furthest back you can,
And
and whatever it sucks out that door, it sucks out. But
Yeah.
And I'm like, how we know it was pointless? Because his family that was still in
there,
the cellar
we're fine.
didn't get blown out.
Yeah, no, it was completely unnecessary. Completely
I
unnecessary.
was like,
yeah, I'm like, dude, if you don't let this door go,
why
Yeah.
would you try and hold the door like it's not going to just take you with it?
I'm like, this is the stupidest idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like you,
Hey, he should have did the Kevin Costner from Superman.
Oh, the head. That was so dumb. All right, let's not talk about Man of Steel now. They can't see that on the
He
podcast.
doesn't get lifted.
You can't see what he's doing, but
Yeah, but he didn't get lifted up or nothing, and just
Oh yeah, he didn't. It
No.
just kind of just ran over him.
yeah.
okay. Is he the Man of Steel?
Yeah, maybe he's still alive. Why did we assume he was dead?
I was like, man, you gotta at least go look for him. I mean, he probably 3 or 4 miles away, but
But you might find him.
Also, these storm cellars, like, we gotta work on getting these connected to the house. Can we do that? Like, every
Yeah,
time
instead of having
there's
to run across
a
the field.
tornado, everybody's got to run outside
across
of
the
their
field.
house to get to the storm cellar. Like, maybe we should make this safer, where you can go into the storm cellar
make it close.
without going
Yeah,
outside.
through
No,
the house.
not even closer. Let's not go outside.
Or at least, cause like they even got these places where like there's a door in a house where you walk underground to the cellar. You
Yeah.
never have to go outside.
You shouldn't, because then you're
Now
in
you're in
danger.
harm's way. Yeah.
Like, you're running all the
Well,
windows.
maybe
It's
it's
a tornado.
because they don't
Oh, we
want
gotta hurry
people
up and get there.
breaking in their house, coming in from that.
What?
If it's
I mean,
in
if
the house,
if you lock them,
Yeah.
as long as you lock the door, like any house, like any door can be broken into.
That is true.
So
I
the
mean,
storm
it's any
shelter, I
different than,
wouldn't,
like,
I
your
wouldn't be,
patio
I wouldn't think it'd be any different.
or yeah.
As long as you lock it, like if they determine to get in, then yeah, they're gonna get in.
I assume that
But-
they're far away because I'm thinking the storm shelters were built after the fact when they realized like, hey, we need a safe place for
we
tornadoes.
live where tornadoes go, so we need to build this.
Yeah, right.
They
The
didn't-
houses
they
don't
didn't know that
have
before.
basements,
Right.
so you had to build these
Although
shelters
her aunt's
after
house
the
had
fact.
a basement, and the house fell on her.
Yeah.
Yes, the house definitely did fall on her.
Yeah. That is the one thing about going to your basement. You do run into the odds of everything falling down instead of getting blown over. It doesn't
Aren't
happen.
you
It
supposed to
doesn't
be under
happen a
something?
lot.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
you still get crushed. You can still possibly get crushed. It's a
That's always a
possibility.
thought in my mind, though. Like, okay, we
Like
gotta
when
go
the
to the
house
basement.
they
fall
always
on
send
you?
out. That's why they always send out search and rescue, because people are covered with debris.
yeah, but
So it's like, yes, you're in your basement, but when it's all said and done, a lot of times people can't get out of the basement because of all the debris.
okay,
that
that's
fell.
different than being crushed by your house.
Ah, well, I worded it wrong. I wasn't saying like you will die.
That's
I'm just saying,
still always been a worry in my head. Though I go in the basement and the house like caves down on me. I'm just like, well, yeah, that was safe.
I don't want to be stuck somewhere like, and I'm alive, but I can't.
but I
go
know that I
anywhere.
can't get out.
Yeah,
That would
Yeah, it's
drive
trash.
me crazy.
You'll survive for 5 days. You're good.
Definitely.
yeah,
gonna be trying to
yeah.
get
Oh,
Then after
yeah,
that,
that's how I want to.
Fifth day.
Right.
I mean, it'll be a slow
Then
death.
then
but,
panic.
You know, just to know you have time for people to find you.
No, I'm gonna survive for less time because I'm definitely using my energy trying to get out.
Okay.
So I felt kind of bad in that because when they were going in the house, I was like, "Yo, no, let the
Yeah.
emergency
Emergency people
people
do that?
go do it."
Yeah.
But then after they saved her, the house fell,
House
and I was
fell
like,
on?
"Oh,
okay.
she would have been dead
Yeah,
if
she
it was
definitely
me."
would have been dead.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, what y'all doing is real dangerous and dumb. But I mean,
Well, I mean, on impulse, it is your family, so you're probably not gonna be like, "Oh, she in there," but we'll let these people do, like on impulse. You're probably gonna be like, "I gotta go in there and get her out." So like, I dig that. I dig that.
Yeah.
I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah. People would do that with fires.
Yeah.
This guy Jonas.
Ah, yeah.
yeah.
Competition.
Okay, so first of all, this movie, the plot is kind of pointless when you really look at it because they're over there like, well, we've got to get ours to work first. But if you have proof that you made your, storm tracking devices first and you got a patent, which I hope with what they made, I hope you got a patent.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't. With the way they was going at dude, like, "Yo, you stole them," like this was the only way for them to handle it because they don't have a patent. I feel like they don't.
How could you build
How
something like that?
something like that? This isn't me coming up with some random thing in my house to make it easier for me to hammer a nail or something. This is a very specific product that once you've designed it, you definitely got that patented.
I would think so.
Because they're talking about how much this is going to help
Right.
save
Save
lives
lives
and
and
stuff.
stuff like that.
Then you
Yeah.
got this patented. If they didn't, then they deserve to get their stuff stolen.
Which obviously they did because he made his. I think his little things was like square.
Yeah, they were squares.
Also,
They were like little
I want to
cubes.
comment on the design.
Oh.
All right, so we're talking about tornado. Why did he think like, hey, they made balls, or I'm gonna make mine square, because that's gonna work better, because a square is more aerodynamic.
Well, I think that was the whole point there. They was portraying Jonas as like maybe not that smart, but he had
he
all
definitely
He
the
definitely wasn't smart.
the corporate, money behind him, which was such an evil thing. But I'm like, is it though? Like, if I'm tracking tornadoes or whatever, and if National Geographic want to sponsor me, I'm not gonna say no
yeah, I'm
to
taking
that.
that.
Like, you still getting the same information. You still after the same thing.
Yeah, I'm taking that sponsorship.
I'm taking that.
I think the only bad thing was that he was still in their ideas, and then like chasing after the storms that they chased after. Like, oh, they're going after a storm. Let me go.
Yeah, like-
Yeah, and trying
like-
to piggyback off them basically.
Yeah, trying to get
Yeah.
there first. Like, it's a tornado. They'll be there.
Right.
Were we supposed like I know in movies usually like the bad guy gets his comeuppance and stuff, and the audience is supposed to be happy about that.
Well, when he
Were
died,
we supposed to be happy? I was like, that's kind of messed up.
yeah, that's dirty.
It
Well, I
was-
mean, Bill wasn't happy. Like you
I
could
mean,
tell Bill
yeah.
wasn't happy.
Yeah.
So like, especially the driver. It's
But
like
I feel like it was
the
written
driver's
in
kinda, like,
just to
forced
be
into-
written in. Like, why would he not listen to them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
Like, are you that arrogant?
as the driver, I would have been like, I'm not. No, I'm turning
Yeah.
around.
Like,
You
dude,
ain't gonna force me to do nothing.
you're in control. You're driving the car.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, maybe we should listen to him. No, keep driving. I'm
Right,
like,
like-
guess what we not about to do?
I'm like, you see me
behind
turning
the
around
wheel.
right now?
Because honestly, I'm not going to be sitting there thinking that they're maliciously telling me
Right.
to save my life.
Right.
Like,
Right. And then like, okay, so what if they were being malicious and they got to this tornado first?
His life is over. Apparently,
There's other tornadoes.
no, his life is over. Apparently, he had to
he
risk
could
it.
try to
Like-
get his cubes off the ground.
Yeah, like, so even if they were tricking you, like, okay, fool me once.
I mean, yeah, clearly it would not have made much of a difference in my
Oh,
opinion.
it would
It's
have been
like,
fine.
okay,
Yeah,
Wouldn't have.
yeah, y'all gonna keep chasing tornadoes or doing whatever y'all doing.
right. Y'all
He's
got like
with
3 months of
corporate
this.
Western. Hey, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what? After Bill and his stuff became popular, the company he works for probably would have bought them and used them
Yep.
to storm chase.
Yeah.
It was pointless.
Yeah.
So yeah. So two things: Patton, and then I don't know why they wrote that in, because
Yeah, it didn't
nobody should have been
need-
happy that
like,
he died.
for
Right.
a natural disaster movie, like, we didn't need a bad guy.
Plus, he wasn't
No.
even that bad of a guy throughout
Yeah,
the movie.
that-
Like,
He
he
was
was
kinda
obviously the bad
kind of
guy.
just a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In many ways, sure, but like he wasn't trying to hurt nobody. He wasn't, doing really anything illegal. So it's like he
Yeah.
just going about his way in the typical jerk way.
And to the
Okay.
end, nothing he did was causing harm to other people.
Right.
Right.
Which is why we don't get the, like, oh yeah, well he
Well,
got
at
what
least
he
he's out of the way.
deserved.
It's like,
No,
he
like
didn't
it's
deserve that.
kind of like, oh, all right, he was a hole, but now he's dead, I guess.
Now he's dead, and the driver is dead.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, yeah, that's not satisfying.
Yeah.
And they really didn't go back to it after that either.
No.
He was just
Well,
done.
I mean, up and before that point, like, they kind of have disappeared from the movie.
True.
yeah, until they ran out on that side road and almost hit him. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, now they're back in, and they're multiple black vehicle caravan.
Yeah.
It's
Very
like,
interesting.
all right.
So yeah, I just thought, I remember thinking that, like, oh, okay, I didn't really feel the need for him to die,
No, I didn't either.
especially
I
the
agree
way
with
he
you.
did. It seemed kind of dumb.
Well, I mean, a tornado had to kill him. It's a tornado
Yeah,
movie.
it's a tornado.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. But for that thing to go through the window and like right through the driver, I'm assuming, because there was a driver's side of the vehicle, right?
Oh, yeah.
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 So
Yeah, that's.
I feel like that was unnecessary. Like just show the vehicle disappearing into the tornado.
Nope.
That would have been enough. I'm like, okay, yeah, we get it. Either he died or he didn't. If he didn't die, I guess either way we don't know. But it ain't had to be so gruesome like that. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah. Okay. This technology, don't they use this for real? I could have sworn that like I saw something like that, like to kind of
So
With or without Pepsi cans?
without
I'm
Pepsi
pretty sure
cans.
without, but Pepsi
That
got their
was
money's worth.
definitely a
You're right.
that was definitely sponsored.
Because they had, where'd they get all them cans from? They had like
Right.
thousands of cans.
So
probably
not only do
recyclable.
they only drink Pepsi, but they don't throw their trash away.
No, they do not. Was all of this in the van? Or the truck? Like, because they had buckets dumping them. Like, y'all got a lot of garbage left over, man.
So to Darren's point, there was something I'm not sure what they use now, but what was the name of their tracking thing?
Dorothy.
Yeah. So it was based off of something that in the 80s that researchers were trying to do called Toto. Totable something tornado
Really?
something.
Dorothy and Toto.
So Toto was the real thing.
Toto is real. It's an
and,
acronym.
and they were trying and basically
Toto or Toto?
Toto, like the
Toto.
dog.
Yeah,
The dog.
Yeah, after Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. And so they were trying to get something very similar to what the movie had to get it to go up into a tornado to kind of like capture a spin and wind speed and all of that. But they couldn't get it to work.
Okay.
So I don't know what they do now. Just what this movie was based off of something that they tried but couldn't get it to work.
Couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
It might
So
have
is that they're calculating or the wind speed to see like when it's at this point, then they know that this is for sure.
Yeah, so they were saying so they can warn people earlier. So if they know what they're looking
If
for.
that's true though.
Yeah, I'm like, can you warn them earlier
I don't
based off
know
of?
if you
I'm
can.
like maybe you buying them a few more seconds.
I mean, I
'Cause
guess
I'm like,
any
when a
extra
tornado
time
happens-
That makes a
it's-
difference.
Yeah,
I
any
mean,
extra
it
time, I
makes a
guess,
difference.
helps. But
It's like, okay, you know the weather that can lead to tornadoes.
Yeah.
so once you put out the warning, it's like, okay, now
So it's
everybody's
like,
aware.
so you put out the warning. So now I know, like, okay, a tornado is possible, but I'm still like waiting and watching to see if it actually happens. And I don't know, like, how fast could that warning get? Because because sometimes they're very unpredictable.
Yeah.
They are.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. If this is an area that has as many tornadoes as this area had
Yeah, I'm
in a
not
short
going there.
amount of time,
I'm
I'm just
not
not going to
living there.
live there.
Yeah, I'm not moving there.
Because I realized a few years ago, just living in my building, if a tornado like came like right there, we wouldn't
Yeah,
make
you're
it.
not gonna make it to.
I'm like, we didn't make it to the first floor and covered up in enough time. Like, if the tornado landed right there, we wouldn't have survived.
Unlikely where we are, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
well, we
I
are. It's
mean,
unlikely,
you're
yeah.
talking about 10 years ago where Ursuline Colleges, a tornado landed there.
Yeah, it's not as unlikely
Something went
as
down
you
in
think.
Twinsburg too.
Yeah.
I forgot what
Yeah,
it
that was a few years ago in
Yeah,
Twinsburg.
it's not as unusual as you think.
Yeah,
mean,
I
we
just
learned
I
about
just
it in
realized I
F5.
was like, you can't run fast enough.
No, you can't.
I can get to my basement in time.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's like cut
Well, you know,
an
it
emergency
depends on,
hole in
like,
the floor.
What
like,
do you
just in case.
do when they give you
Just
the
jump down.
which is the watch is first, right? And then the warning if they give you a
Oh, yeah,
tornado.
tornado watch is first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it all depends on when they give you the tornado watch. What do you do?
Yeah,
you-
do you
You go
prepare
to
or
the
do you
base-
spend the rest of the night
or
in your
prepare.
shelter?
Well,
Okay.
when there's a watch, like if you have things like
That's when you
probably
keep the
should have
news
it
on and all
yeah,
that.
Right. So I'm
and
saying
have
like
it near you.
in that case, that might give you more time because then
Yeah.
you're prepared to get ready
Yeah.
to go somewhere.
Yeah. So when the warning come, then
Yeah.
that's when you go.
Yeah, my dad used to have us do that. Like he'd just have us go in the basement or something, like when it's a tornado watch or something like that. And then when we was in Tennessee, and there was a tornado, I think they had upgraded it to a warning. And they live right next to like a cornfield, so like, yeah, tornadoes hit there. So they was just like, all right, well, yeah, we'll just go into the bathroom because they didn't have a basement. So
Yeah.
like, all right, well, we'll just go in the bathroom and like basically cover up in the tub and whatnot. But that was the best they could do with with that situation.
because debris fall down and
Yeah.
you're inside of a.
A solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, yeah, they just have us get prepared.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you do when you get that watch, that warning.
Yeah.
It's going to determine the outcome, basically.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much time you can actually buy people. I guess it's yeah.
Yeah.
It can't be.
I
that
mean,
much.
DJ
Like,
made a
what did,
point where he said, like, I mean, extra seconds will give you a little bit more time, but
Yeah, if you-
we're
every
talking
second
about
counts.
seconds.
yeah.
Yeah.
every second counts. I get
Yeah.
that. But like, what did her aunt say? That she heard the siren and like seconds later. It
Yeah.
hit.
She didn't,
So
yeah.
like she was still upstairs when
Yeah.
it hit.
Yeah.
So it's like she didn't have any time to get out of there.
Yeah.
So you give her a few more seconds. Would she have been downstairs?
Oh,
She may have made it
oh.
downstairs, but she wouldn't have made
Yeah,
it
she
to
wouldn't
that
have been
basement.
safe.
She wouldn't have made
Yeah,
it.
she wouldn't have made it to the
But they were
basement.
saying that they would buy people 15 minutes, which seems like a stretch.
I think
That's a
that's
really
I think that's just for the
on
movie.
the nose number.
Yeah, like how
This
do
is
like
for the
how
movie.
I was thinking
That's
like
before it even forms.
yeah
Right.
like I don't know enough about tornadoes, but I would just say to myself like I'm not sure how this can buy you another 15 minutes.
I don't see it either.
Especially when it's so unpredictable.
Right.
Because it's like when we get the warnings and watch, they don't know where it can land. They always say it's possible that it can land here, land here, land here.
Yeah, even when
but
they
you
see
never
the actual
don't
funnel
really,
clouds,
yeah,
it's like we don't know when it's gonna touch down. We don't know if it's gonna jump because they do jump.
yeah,
Like they
Yeah,
just
they
don't
showed
know.
that in the movie, right?
yeah.
Like we just don't know. So it's either no matter what kind of technology you got, you always guessing.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Because isn't that what happened in Missouri, those years ago? And like it hit a hospital, I think, or a school in Missouri, and it was just like it was unexpected because they think because it was so populated that a tornado would never hit there.
That is a myth.
Yeah.
that's what.
It's, I mean, like, it's harder because there's not, no open land for the development to be really big. But
Yeah.
yes,
still-
a
Oh, well,
tornado
that's-
can
yeah.
hit a
That's what
populated
they say
area.
about Cleveland, or like because it's like so many buildings and stuff.
It's
Like,
not
there's
true.
not enough anywhere for it to like touch
It
down.
can
at.
still touch down.
I still believe, that it can. I'm like, I don't think the
I'm
wind
like,
cares.
it's wind. And,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
like,
like, it's
it's
wind
gonna be
and
like,
clouds.
There, too many houses.
Well, no.
like it ain't. It's wind.
No, I get their point. Like, because over a building, because the tornado, like yes, it's wind, but like it kind of helps that in the plains. It's why in the plains you get so many tornadoes. It kind of
True.
helps that there's
Right.
nothing there.
But
It can still happen.
I feel like, don't you think we get enough tornadoes per year for people to stop say that? I mean, like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe we don't
I'd say
get
so.
F5s,
Right.
but I feel like
we do
we
get
get
damaging
enough.
tornadoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I
we had
would
a few
say-
tornadoes as a kid, and
Yeah.
you can get it in the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
it. I would
And
never
we were
rule
out
that
of power for a while.
3 days.
That tornado when we were kids.
Yeesh.
Yep, 3 days.
Yeah, I never rule that out.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, I don't know.
Facts.
Movie facts.
Yes. Okay, so casting. How do you guys feel about Tom Hanks as Bill? I don't like it.
Oh, that's weird.
It's kind of
He's too nice.
That's kind of weird. Yeah,
He was
yeah,
too
I can
nice
see
going through
that
a
being-
divorce
But
and
I feel like the
everything.
movie would have worked though. But yeah, it's Tom.
It would have.
Hanks.
It would have been a
He
different
could've
take on
done it.
Bill.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
it's
think
a
we would've got the
completely
same
different
Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Hanks got range.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but
It's just with it being Tom Hanks, it's like
Yeah.
hard
I
for
don't
him to
know.
see him acting the same way Bill
I need it to
did.
be a better movie if we're gonna use.
If we're
Tom.
gonna use Tom Hanks,
Maybe
This is
he would
below
have
him.
made it a better movie by being in it.
this is beneath him.
wow. Maybe that's why he was like, this movie doesn't require.
Yeah,
real acting.
maybe he read the script was like,
Like, nah. Then later on, he was in Castaway.
That was a good movie.
But he was by
Another story.
himself though.
Yeah.
He was by himself. No, Wilson was there.
Hey, he brought Wilson with him on the first pitch.
Did he?
Yeah, he brought Wilson with
See,
him.
Wilson was a very staple character.
Why was he throwing out the first pitch?
He wanted to. He called them and asked them, could he? And they said, yeah.
Well, you're not gonna tell Tom Hanks no.
Right. But yeah. yeah. They said he reached
probably knew
out
that too.
to the team.
Oh, I was thinking like, why?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought that was a weird choice too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he brought Wilson with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wilson's still around.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Movie facts.
Random movie facts.
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 You caught me off guard.
Facts with an X.
Wow.
2 X's?
Two X's.
two X's.
Because facts with 1 X is
A
just a
facsimile.
facts.
He said facts.
A facsimile.
It's just a facts.
I don't think that's with an X.
Never mind. Never mind.
So
It's over my head.
this was the first film released on DVD.
Huh?
Wait, what?
This is what? This is the first film, like literally,
Ever?
Yes.
like the.
Yes. When they said, "Hey, let's make a DVD," they chose Twister.
Wow.
Wow, man.
What about like?
We
I
old,
would
yo.
not have. I
What
would not
about,
have
what,
thought
what
that.
about Laserdisc? Like those really big.
I don't know nothing about.
All right,
that.
never mind,
Come on now. Look.
Sorry, my bad.
Wait.
All right, this was the first film on DVD. That was actually really interesting. movie
That
fact.
was
It is
very interesting.
Stop me in my tracks.
Okay, this was the second highest grossing film in 1996.
under Independence Day?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, I keep feeling like we in 1996 we keep going this highest grossing film. Like, how many highest grossing films were there?
1996 was a good year for movies. So they bought this screenplay from Michael Crichton. That's the guy who wrote the book Jurassic Park. For $2.5 million, which was the most expensive screenplay purchase at that time.
Wow.
I think they got their money's worth.
Yeah.
I think so.
So originally they were going to film this in the UK. And then the director was like, no, we're going to film this in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
Wow.
film
Like,
in
why would
Oklahoma?
you not? It doesn't make any sense.
Right. You don't even have
to
to do
capture
nothing
the
there.
cornfields,
It's a
man.
whole right. I'm like, it's a whole bunch of plain land.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
there's a no-brainer, man.
how much money are
You
you
can
going to
set up
spend
anywhere.
to create planes in the UK when you could just drive to
To
Oklahoma?
ones that are already here.
And it's not like you're disrupting like a lot of
No,
things
you're not.
filming
Yeah.
in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Okay, so we brought
Just
about
cool.
whether or not the father had to die and what
Mm-hmm.
he was doing was done. Steven Spielberg, it was his idea to kill the father. He thought that way you can show how dangerous tornadoes could be. Otherwise, he was
That
going
was the
to...
only
All right,
way
have
to
him
show
do it a
how
different
how
way.
dangerous
Have
tornadoes
him in
are.
the back of the cellar and get sucked out and die instead of
Have him get sucked
holding.
out like
That
the
would have
door.
freaked out a lot of
clothing by
people.
clothing, like first his shirt gets sucked off, and his shoes get sucked off, and finally,
Wow.
then now we really know.
Yeah, because the whole time she's like, "Oh, I feel like it targeted him." And I'm like, "No,
Yeah, skip this house and skip that house and came after you. Come on now.
it didn't target. Your father was just dumb."
But I mean, from a kid perspective, though, a kid
I mean,
could look
she,
at
yeah,
it.
she was like
A
5.
kid
she was
could
an
look
adult
at it
now.
as
5-year-old me would be
It
like, "Stop!
attacking.
Don't hold the door." That doesn't seem like a good idea.
It really doesn't.
hey, honestly, your son probably would say that. Get away from the door.
Yeah, he probably would say that. I'm like, get away from the door, Dad.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Or would he run towards? I don't know. Okay, he's unpredictable. There's no telling what he would do. He either really smart or the dumbest thing you've ever seen.
Good to know.
He's saying it's 50-50 at this point.
Okay, so earlier we was talking about this movie and its rating. It is rated PG-13, obviously,
Yeah.
because I saw it in the theaters as a kid. It was actually rated R, and they had to edit it down.
Really?
They
Wow, they was gonna have more people killed for how they show it.
There was some more grisly wounds and whatnot in there. Apparently, it was a lot of profanity. In some scenes, you can see where they still say it,
Yeah.
but like it's muted. Yeah, but I think some scenes with Philip Seymour Hoffman got cut. Like just like we can't use this at all. So yeah, the movie was rated R.
Made it a scarier movie, that's for sure.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So one of the things the director said he wanted to do this movie is because he felt like 1996 was the kind of like the point where we were going to more of a pure CGI and like the use of regular effects was just going to start, getting cut out, which is true. Like hardly ever do they ever do that anymore.
Yeah.
So which is why he chose to do that. And so some of the things that that was done for real. The wind, they used an engine from a 707 Boeing
That would do
to
it.
create the wind.
That would do it.
You ever see those things where like the jet is blowing, like a car parked in the wrong spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blown over by the jet engine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful sight.
Apparently, the house that rolled in front of the truck was real. The teddy bear was not, though.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so how did this house stay intact?
I don't know, but they built the house and they used like a tractor or whatever to like drive it across the street.
Is that the one that they drove through?
No, not the one that they drove through.
Oh,
The
okay.
one that just rolled past them.
Okay.
All right.
And then for the debris, there was like people in like helicopters like dropping
Dropping
things.
Oh, okay.
All right, man, clear
They
it
used
Practical.
they used ice, but apparently Oklahoma didn't have enough ice, so they had to get it from a different state, and they like mix some milk in it so it can be like more white looking.
Okay.
and
For
basically-
that the hell.
for the hell, and it's like
Oh, okay.
basically like throwing it at the actor.
Oh, okay.
Imagine doing a scene and someone's just like tossing ice cubes at your face.
We gotta really, Joe.
You got to stay in character.
Um, so what else was there? Was some more things. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, so they were shooting in Oklahoma, but they couldn't get the gloomy sky because the sun is out. So they came up with like, we're gonna have these bright lights behind the actors, so when you're in front of it, the sky looks gloomier. But the lights were too bright, and they were like hurting the actors' eyes. So they would go to work the next day,
Can
and
you
it's like,
outshine the sun, bro? I don't know if it's. I was like, can you do that? I feel like that's the brightest light.
Well, I mean, if they're standing in front of it for a period of time, it could be a nuisance.
Yeah, I guess with the light being closer to you, I'm like, okay, yeah, but
yeah. So they came to work the next day like, yeah, we can't see.
everybody stumbled in, hitting the walls and stuff. Yesterday was rough, man. We can't do that again.
I don't think it was a good idea in the first place.
It was not, this movie had a lot of issues. Like 4 weeks in, the crew had walked off. There was a lot going on with this film.
Yeah.
Like that.
Wow. All right.
96.
Yeah. And then the last thing I want to mention about the effects was they actually demolished part of a town in Oklahoma to show the after effects of a tornado.
Was it empty?
They said in an old part of town, they did buy the buildings.
Okay.
Okay.
I say, hope people weren't still in them. Like, hey, what are you doing in
Oh,
that
so
wall?
like,
So it's like them shooting a movie here and be like, yeah, we're going to buy up half of East Cleveland.
It probably would be in Cleveland.
Ooh, all right.
Let's be real. A
Wow.
lot of it's abandoned over there anyway.
Okay. So I have
It's true,
some tornado facts about our state.
Oh, okay.
Random tornado facts.
Tornado. That's a tornado.
I got you. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So actually, we are ranked 8th for the state with the most tornadoes.
8th?
8th.
We
Yeah,
have
well,
a lot of open land.
I was like, it's
in the
mostly
state, though.
farms.
Yeah, mostly
here.
farmland in
Yeah.
Ohio.
We just happen to live in a city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since 1950, there has been 4 recorded F5 tornadoes. Obviously, they had to go back because they didn't come up with the rating until like 1970 something or whatever. Last one was in 1985. The day with the most tornadoes, 29 in one day.
Wow.
That happened in July of 1992.
Where though?
Yeah,
We're
where
talking about the state.
That was all over. And if you want to know, was it close to us? Yes. This county did get hit.
Wow.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But when we were kids, that was 94, wasn't it?
That was 94.
See, Puerto Rico's looking even better. I just gotta fly out when I hear about a hurricane. But at least you get warning about that.
That is true. You get
Yeah.
days.
Oh, yeah. You
There's
get
like,
days.
hey, man,
Still be all the way over
there's
there.
a
Like,
tropical
it's coming this way.
storm coming from Africa, and it's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna visit the states for a little bit.
I'll come back if there's anything to come back to.
Yeah. So on average, I think it's like I forgot what the average was. So how many tornadoes we get a year? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you'd be surprised at how many tornadoes we have, and it's not in only the rural areas either.
So do they report every tornado, or does it have to be a certain strength for them to report it?
We have to at least be a 1, and that's based off of wind speed.
Okay.
So I think that's anything between like 80. 1 is anything between like 80 and 112.
So we can't count the
something.
little like leaves swirling
No.
in my
Yeah,
backyard.
I've seen
right?
a lot.
No, sorry.
That's
Leaves
called
They
a
swirling.
spout.
categorize those or just like windstorms, right?
Isn't that
Yeah.
just called a
Or
spout or
wind.
something like that?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. But yeah, you
Could
had
like
to.
spray some water in it and see if the water gets like thrown around.
Hey, California gets fire tornadoes, so
Yeah.
Always fun.
That's got to be a lot worse.
Yeah.
caused by the fire, like the fires cause a tornado. It's
Yeah.
kind of insane. Cool, but
That's another place where
insane.
I would not want to live. Like, there's too many wildfires. I don't want to live in no wildfire zone. Like,
Yeah. California, Arizona, Nevada.
it's probably just going to be the entire United States in another 30 years. So
it's wildfire season.
Okay, so I do have some nitpicks. We did bring up some already.
Pick some nets.
Pick some nits.
One, so when he first goes there to get her to sign the divorce papers, excuse me, instead of taking off her wedding ring, she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna hide it with this one ring," and I'm like, "Just take the ring off." Like she had
Yeah,
this.
what was that? Like, I mean,
Like,
we
what are you
can-
doing?
We can still see it.
And
Like,
then one is like, you knew he was coming.
Yeah.
Just
had the papers and everything already.
She was trying to get him back. And she
But
knew
then-
what she was doing
then
the
why
entire time.
even bother
Yeah, why
hiding
even hide
the
it
ring?
then? Just
True.
leave it on.
True.
Yeah,
She's lying to herself? I don't know.
yeah,
Could have been. Maybe she's conflicted.
maybe I don't know. So yeah, there's no way his brand new truck only had liability insurance.
Yeah. He was not getting off
Right.
the lot.
That's-
with
no.
liability insurance.
There's no way.
That bank was like, no, sir.
No, dog.
Yeah.
You will insure this truck.
You will not have it.
I mean, you think about it, like he now owes the bank like $40,000.
Yeah, 'cause the truck's gone.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
It's not coming back down. Well, it came back down.
See, if
but
you had
not in
insurance-
drivable condition.
Yeah.
if you had insurance, because they don't know you drove it into the tornado.
Yeah.
You like, hey, look, all these tornadoes hit where I was, and my truck was messed up in it. Bada bing, bada boom, new truck.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what they gonna do now? Cause her truck got destroyed too.
They ain't
Yeah,
got no
that
car.
little Jeep got destroyed.
They gotta
pickup truck
chase
got
on foot.
destroyed.
They carrying.
Yeah,
Dorothy
dragging
with
Dorothy
it.
behind.
Gonna make Dorothy a backpack.
So bringing up that, like they need more than one tornado reading. They's like, oh, we did it, blah blah. But I'm like, but that's only one tornado. Every
Yeah,
tornado's
one.
not the same. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
like I just felt like y'all act like this was a one and done thing.
Also,
like,
you didn't. It wasn't like urgent because you definitely got a patent on design that you made. So
Yes, of course.
From the random trillion Pepsi cans that y'all pulled out your truck.
So many cans, dog. Like, how?
That was impossible. This is
Our blood sugar gotta be through the roof.
They just pulled out barrels of empty Pepsi cans.
I bleed Pepsi.
do not go underneath a bridge during a
During a
tornado.
tornado.
Do not.
Yes.
Bad idea.
Just don't.
Be like a vacuum.
Yes.
Yes.
Basically, you will get crushed by the floor.
It's just
Of
like,
the-
'cause
No,
like
you're gonna get
even
sucked
You're
out
gonna
of
get
it.
sucked out.
like
sucked
even
out.
that
Yeah.
even
Oh, I
that
always
bridge
thought you
though.
got
It's like
crushed.
that did not look like the most solid of bridges.
Yeah. No.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like-
and the wood was just shaking.
Yeah, I'm like,
I was like,
This doesn't
they're
look like a
dead.
good
They're
idea.
dead. I'm like, that bridge is gone.
No, actually, they were in a ditch. They should have just stayed in the ditch, right?
Yeah.
yeah, get as low as you can.
Yeah,
I
you're
think.
supposed to
If-
just
if
stay in the
nothing
ditch.
else, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to think. So once you put a cover over that ditch and there's openings on both sides, now the
Now the air is
wind
moving.
can
Just
just
move over you.
go through it.
Yeah.
I never
Creating
thought.
a
I
vacuum.
always thought it was because you could get crushed.
No, it's because it will
get
suck
suck
you
you out.
out.
Okay.
It provides no protection whatsoever.
Unless it's just raining, then by all means, go under a bridge. That's for all the
Gotta remember,
motorcyclists. All the
air
motorcyclists
moves
be stopping under there.
horizontally too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no protection whatsoever. Like, yeah, it's big and solid, but it's not helping you.
And
Okay.
they're storm chasers.
So my last
They should have known
nitpick.
that.
Tornado ratings are given after the tornado is over. Like, you cannot
Yep.
go on the news and say it will be an F5. There's no way they're going to know that. It's only based off of the wind speed. You cannot determine that until after the fact. You cannot predict how big it's going to be.
Yep.
Yeah, so that last one that he, I guess, mentioned to her, he was like, yeah, there's going to be an F5 down in such and such. Like, so he wouldn't know that.
There's no way they could have predicted that.
Think he was lying? Think he was lying just to get her to go?
I mean, no, they did it throughout the movie. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah. They kept
just,
saying what kind of tornado it was going to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't understand. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's incorrect.
Because I was like, going back to the hurricane reference, they can do that because it's already on the water. So it's like they can already predict the speed
Yeah,
or
it's
how
based
it's
off of
going
the
to
wind
be.
speed of
Yeah.
the current storm.
But they're,
Yeah.
they're seeing it. The storm
Yeah.
is here. And then even then, they adjust it as it moves.
Oh, yeah,
inland.
because it changes a lot when
Yeah.
it hits land.
the amount of tropical storms / hurricanes that be on the water is kind of insane.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, because it was like you'd be on a name that starts with a C, and then it's like 2 weeks later, you're down to J. You're like, wait,
Like,
what?
already?
And it's just like, yeah, it was that many just in the ocean.
You know what's good? Hawaii. They don't like. I mean, obviously you can, but I don't think they get hit by a lot of them.
They can though.
I know you can.
I think they get it's more of
Yeah.
like tropical storms.
Puerto Rico didn't get hit by a lot of hurricanes until they did.
Until they did.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Everybody's time.
Hawaii gets a lot of tropical
And Puerto
storms.
Rico's actually closer to the mainland, so if you need to flee, you can.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, usually anything happen in Hawaii, you're pretty much stuck.
Yeah, catching a flight out of there might be hard.
See?
Yeah, even if you get on the flight,
Yeah.
you might get sucked back in.
Yeah.
It's a 6-hour flight to get to land.
So overall, this movie got a 3.5 out of 5 for accuracy.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Well, like all right.
That was all right.
I mean, I imagine it wasn't going to be 100% accurate.
I mean, it's a movie.
I mean, yeah,
So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make it entertaining.
When you make it real life, well, I would say when you make it real life, it wouldn't be interesting. But I don't know. We've seen crazy stuff. So,
True enough.
Yeah, I mean, I find tornadoes interesting.
I do too.
I find weather, period, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like tornadoes, monsoons, tsunamis, earthquakes, all it's just interesting.
it is.
Like, y'all ever seen them boats that be like out on the ocean and then like a storm comes in and the water around them are like literally like
Yeah.
towering over them?
Yeah.
I'm like, but they're in the middle of the water. So like, what are they gonna do?
see, I don't want to
Can't
be
do
in
that.
that.
But stay on the boat.
situation.
Yeah. Yeah. And hope that the boat don't topple
Yeah,
I
over.
don't
remember
get
the
toppled
one
over.
cruise
They're
I went
literally
on, and
describing
they were
the
like,
perfect storm.
"Oh, there was a."
You're describing the perfect storm. The
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Have y'all
yeah.
not
Perfect
seen that
Storm.
movie?
I haven't
Perfect
seen
Storm?
it. No.
No.
Really?
Uh-uh.
Oh.
We're reviewing Perfect
Then
Storm?
I'm adding it to the list.
All right.
All right,
So
then.
what you were saying about your cruise?
There was like not a big storm, but like there was a storm, like, well, far away, and all the waters were choppy where we were, like to the fact where you can't like walk on the boat. I couldn't imagine
That being right in the middle of it.
in the
Yeah.
middle of a big old storm with giant waves.
It probably looked dope though. Like, could you like see the storm like across the water?
It's,
No.
Oh, it wasn't that
I
close?
was when I did our cruise, we were on the speedboat, and it's like you could see the storm coming. So he's like, hey, we got to really get out of here. And so like where we are, it's still sunny, but like over there, like the clouds are like purple and dark, and they're like moving towards us. And dude was out.
He's like, we gotta go.
He's like we're getting back.
I'm like, well, yeah, let's get back as fast as we can. 'cause I
Yeah,
don't
like so
wanna
we're
be in that.
we're going really fast, and like like we're like hopping across,
skipping
the,
across the
water,
water.
but like you can see the storm coming towards you. It's kind of cool.
Like, it's dope to watch it coming, but like once it gets there, it's like,
Oh, it
yeah.
really sucked.
Yeah.
but yeah, that is cool though. Like the wind and the water mixture.
Yeah,
Like,
so the
yeah.
planet's trying to.
I
Kill us.
feel like
The planet's trying to kill us.
storms over
Basically.
water. It just I feel it might not be, but I feel like it's worse. I don't know.
What, storms over water?
Or maybe it's just how it looks.
Maybe because it's the wind and the water that you got to worry about now, which are both very destructive.
Because the water can kill you. I think that's the only thing that's worse. If the storm puts you under the water, then you die.
it's like, so even if you get out of the water, you still got the storm. So it's like, where do you go?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's worse.
All right, that was my last fact.
Oh, okay.
That was the
Well, I thought it was
last
nitpicks.
pick of the night.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was my
Yeah.
last nitpick. Sorry.
The last pick.
No
Yeah,
more
I didn't
nits
ha-
to pick.
Yeah. Those I mean, I didn't have any other ones.
Yeah, that was basically it. Just the guy holding the door.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I wasn't really too keen on them driving through the house. I was like, okay.
I felt like that was just for the movie though.
It was for the movie, but I was
I
like,
mean,
you
yeah,
definitely
just
your
like-
car didn't make it through
No.
that house.
No, it didn't.
No.
No, it doesn't make it through.
Houses are
You
made.
you getting stuck on
not-
some kind of
Yeah,
debris
I'm like, you're not getting
inside
through
that
there.
house.
if the
That
worst,
right there
you're coming out with flat tires.
was a Dodge commercial. That's all it was.
probably.
It was just a Dodge commercial.
Look what our Dodge can do. Like,
Not
when will
drive
I
through
need
a
to drive
house?
through a house?
Like, don't try it.
When
though.
is this going to be necessary?
Right.
No, it was
Like
just
there
a Dodge
wasn't a beam in that house that was just like strong enough to stop that truck.
I guess that's why the house was where it was, because it wasn't
Oh yeah,
strong
yeah,
enough.
maybe. Yeah.
That's why I was. Yeah, that's why I was in the road.
They went into a shed and tied themselves
I thought
to
we talked
some
about that.
pipes.
We didn't
No,
talk
we
about
did
that.
not
No.
talk about that.
When they
thought we
anchored
did.
Well, they
themselves to
said
the
the
pipes,
pipes went
were
down
like 30 feet.
30
So what?
feet, apparently.
Okay, but didn't they get pulled off the ground
Yeah.
and they were strapped down? It's like your body can only take so much force.
That is
on it.
true.
That's true.
So,
So
either
you're
something would have gotten broken or
saying-
torn.
So you're saying they would have got ripped in half?
Yeah, the pipes would have been fine,
Yeah.
but I don't think they would have.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not
that
even
belt
sure.
has to be strong enough. That's the thing. It's like,
Well,
is
okay,
the belt
then-
If
strong?
the belt is stronger than your body,
My thing is, let's say the
Something
belt
on you is gonna
is
break.
strong enough. I'm not sure your legs are.
no.
So their torso might have still been attached.
Yeah, legs though, something would have got broken or something.
No, they got. I think they stayed there because your bones are pretty strong, but I think they died by debris.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, they didn't get hit by
they got
anything.
hit by
Debris, yeah.
And then,
They
I
didn't
mean,
get
just
anything.
saying that the pipe goes down 30 feet, is it anchored in? Is there concrete blocks? Like,
how solid is the dirt?
Like,
Is
is
it,
it
is
just
it
like,
one
what is-
straight pipe? Like there's no.
or else it's gonna get snatched
like
straight
what does
up.
this
Like, that's not enough.
mean? Yeah, that's
It's not like
down
it's tree
30
roots.
feet.
Like it ain't like tree roots.
Out of
It's pipes.
anything though, debris, they would have got.
They would've died by it.
Yeah, they would have got
By
smacked by debris. Like, come on
Yeah.
now. Even when the semi truck hit their truck, I'm like, but so it's getting whipped around by this rain. But when it gets to your truck, it just,
It pushes it. Yeah.
come on now, man.
Yeah.
I don't buy that either. I get it's a movie though, so okay.
The semi. I'm just still on the semi got picked up, but
But
your,
the
your
pickup truck didn't. No,
But your truck didn't get picked up.
Yeah.
All right, I get that there are
And it
different
has something in
forces
it
and
'cause
stuff.
it blew up.
it was heavy, so it was probably about 80,000 pounds worth of
That-
weight.
Yeah. So that pickup truck.
I
It's
would get
not 80,000.
if it was both the trucks and the semi truck got pushed over and not their truck, I would accept that because there's a big surface area for that. But lifted off of the ground, I'm like, yeah, bruh, I don't know. I feel like your truck's gone.
Yeah, easily.
yeah.
I would agree. Yeah, that's pretty unrealistic. Like that truck lasted to the end of the movie because it had to.
Right. We need this truck. I was like, okay, all right. I get it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're rating the movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For me, watch while folding clothes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Watch My Folding Clothes. I mean, it's better than okay, but it's not
Yeah.
a movie you have to see.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if it was 1996.
I mean, I
would
enjoy the
pay
movie.
for
It
that?
sounds like I don't
Yeah.
enjoy the movie because I do.
Yeah, we
Okay,
did
so
pick
so
a
then,
lot.
okay, so then I got a question. Like when we rate the movies, are we rating it as if okay, when this movie came out, how I felt about it, or are we rating it from how we feel about it today?
Oh, that's a good question. Because I feel like sometimes I flip flop on that.
Really, you do.
So
I
like
go with how I feel about it today.
today. Okay.
All right, for today, then watch while folding clothes.
Okay, yeah, then watch while folding close.
I was gonna get it. I pay for that.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's
fine
what
with
if
that.
it
Like,
if it would
I'm
have came
fine
out, that's
with
what I
that.
like. That's what I would say.
If
Yeah,
it
I
came
will-
out today,
Yeah, like if we were like if we were like going back to '96 and it came out, it's like okay, yeah, I'd pay for that.
Yeah, it's definitely
at
I
that
pay
time.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we're pulling it into our
but
time,
in 2022, no,
it's like
watch
yeah,
while folding
yeah, it's watch while folding
Yeah.
close.
I mean, like, and I say that as in, if I was flipping channels and it was on, I would watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do watch it every time.
Like,
that I see that
if
it
I
is
was
on TV.
doing my
It's
laundry
one of
and I needed a
those
movie to watch, I would
movies
watch
that I
it.
do rewatch.
Okay.
It
And
is
for-
like one of the few movies that I do rewatch. Like if I see it is on, I watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
And just in case there are new people that don't know the rating system, it is basically a 1 out of 5 system. A 1 is just kill me first. A 2 is pure torture. A 3 out of 5 is watch while folding clothes. A 4 out of 5 is I'd pay for that. And a 5 out of 5 is best movie ever, which pretty much nothing gets. You cannot be perfect.
Hold on.
True that.
I think we're being a little inconsistent. Where do we give Dante's Peak?
Watch while folding clothes, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
We didn't give it lower than that.
No, I think we gave it I
Yeah.
pay for that.
We did we?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, our rate, we're terribly inconsistent.
That's
he
what I
just
said.
He just said he
That's what
flip-flops
I
on that,
said.
so-
I was like, I pay for that.
I mean, look, honestly, we're going to be inconsistent. It depends on what the weather is this day and how hot it was. Whatever.
Okay.
Did we rate Dante? Well, let me see. Would I rate Dante's Peak over Twister?
No.
I wouldn't, but I
I
think we
wouldn't.
did.
And Dante's Peak wasn't a bad movie,
Yeah. That's why I said like hold on. I think we're
but Twister is better.
I think we're making some errors here. Hey,
Is it better?
Dante's
Yes.
Peak came out in 1996, didn't it?
Yeah,
Wow,
I know.
did
That's
it?
why we keep talking about 1996. Is it better?
Yes.
What, Twister better than
I
Dante
would-
Peak? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that. Yes.
All right. Only thing I remember from Dante's Peak is his girlfriend getting hit in the head with a.
Oh.
She didn't get hit in the head. I thought,
Yeah, it went through the truck and it
went
went
through
and
I thought it went
like,
through her
hit her
body.
in the head. Nah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. It like kind of didn't it kind of like
Wait. It went through the truck, but not through her head?
I think it did, didn't it?
I
Yeah,
thought
it
it
hit
went-
her
I
in the
thought it went
head,
through-
and she was like, and died.
I thought it went through her body, like the truck in her body.
No, because it went through the roof of
It
the
went
truck.
through the roof of the truck.
Oh.
Goodness, come
A
on.
lava rock?
Yep.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
That's very possible.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying, like, the lava rock just hit her
Yep.
Yeah.
and didn't go
because
through
Well-
it was it did.
Yeah.
It didn't went through.
Yeah,
her? It did go
she
through.
died.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. I
She
thought y'all
didn't
saying like it hit her
survive.
and bounced off. Like,
Oh
No,
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 no.
no.
Okay,
They
I'm
showed
like-
her
It kept
death.
going.
She was.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was not
Yeah.
a good death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think she died instantly. I think that was just her body reaction after the fact.
Yeah.
She definitely died instantly.
All right. Yeah.
Well, they say
Twister's
when you
better than
cut your head
Dante's.
off, it's-
Well, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't rate movies anymore.
Maybe we can rate
Yeah,
them
because I
we
like
gotta
the
know-
biggest nitpick on
we
Dante's
have to
Peak
rate
was he should
movies.
have died
We
in that
want
cave.
Warner Brothers to give us free tickets to some of their movies in the future.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was just saying, like, I like both movies, but I just feel like one is definitely better than the other.
Yeah.
And I feel like the better one is Twister.
Well,
And
okay.
Twister's the better movie.
I would rate them both. Watch by Floating Clothes. To be honest,
I don't think we did, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we gave
Delilah might be
Dante's
right.
Peak a better rating than we
I
just
think
gave
we
Twister.
did. Yes.
Maybe we should go back to the number ratings because also I feel like every time we say something's a 3 out of 5, people like think it's bad. But like when you put it on a 10 scale, that could be almost a 7 out of 10. Like
3 out of 5. I never view that as a bad rating.
Yeah, when 5 is the highest.
Yeah, I feel like 3 out of 5 is average.
And then it has a range, too. Like, you
When
could
it's
be a
3 out
high
of 5
3.
stars on Amazon, I consider it.
Yeah.
yeah,
When it's 2 out of 5, I'm like, nah.
Right.
No.
We talking about
Nah.
products or movies?
Products.
Oh, no, I don't look at anything less than a 4.
No, you gotta read.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta read
you
the
do
reviews.
have
No,
to
I
Sometimes
read
read
it.
the
No, I
reviews.
read it.
Sometimes people
It's
it'd
gonna
be
be
like,
rated bad.
I don't like
They
the
said,
box that
I
it
don't
came
like
in.
the color that it was. It wasn't really red. It was like more
It
so
shipped to my
orange.
house and it was broken. I was like, well, that didn't tell me about the product at all,
The product
did it?
ain't bad. It was broken.
No, I always read it. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I mean, like, I do read it. But like, if something got like a 3-star, I don't look at it. But I do read the negative reviews because you're right. People are ridiculous. Someone bought a table and complained about the pointy edges. I'm like, you bought a square table.
Yeah, see this. Yeah, this is why I always read. I'm like, let's see how stupid people are being on this product.
Yeah, some of the reviews.
It's like
are
someone
hilarious.
buys a gun and is like, this isn't really kid friendly at all. This is
I don't
1
like
star.
this. I can't let my kids play with this. It's supposed to be a family toy.
Like, I bought a gun. It didn't come with bullets.
All right.
44 Magnum? That's a family toy? Okay, yeah. Your children should be
So,
really fun.
tentatively, it's Watch While Voting Close for us because that's how we felt
Okay.
on April 15th, 2022. It's the 15th, right?
No.
No, it's the 17th.
17.
April 7th. I was 2 days behind. On April 17th,
He's in the multiverse.
2022. All right. Have you seen Twister? If you have, let us know in the comments below. What would you rate it? Is it better than Dante's Peak? Yes. Okay.
Have you seen nothing?
You should watch it.
It's a lot of questions that we got to ask.
Yeah. They tried to drive over lava.
I think that was like our number one nitpick. They do not make it.
They tried to drive over some lava.
Come on, man.
That truck made it up far. It drove through a lot. Water.
The dumbest thing you could possibly do is try to drive over lava.
Oh, I thought you thought the dumbest thing to do was get out of the boat in a lake of acid.
Oh, I forgot about
Yes.
that. I forgot about that. So,
What they sound like?
That's what she sounded like. Did she do it to save everybody else?
It was unnecessary.
No, it was
It was so
she was
unnecessary.
panicking.
She was
That's why
panicking.
she did it.
Because the boat
Because
was,
the boat was starting to sink.
they were 2 feet away from the dock.
Yeah. Yeah. And she thought
My
that
thing
she-
is, they went over there to save her. Now it's pointless.
So pointless.
Oh, that pissed me off so bad because she didn't want to leave the house.
Yeah, this whole thing. You know what? I hate people that I've lived here for so long. Well, this storm is coming now.
Does that matter now?
Yeah. The storm is
People
never
in
hit
Florida
this
are gonna
house.
be saying that when the ocean rises, because it will. Like, well, there's no problem.
Like, all right, Sonic, need a bubble?
All right, leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe, of course. Thank you so much for watching and listening, guys. I think we're putting this to Sim City. We probably should have mentioned that at the beginning or whatever.
It will be. Don't judge the city
Maybe-
again. It's been a while since a game has been played.
Okay, yeah, because Delilah is playing SimCity, so that's who's playing the game in the background. I know y'all talked about how bad I was at Sonic.
You were bad. I was gonna tell you.
I was real bad. I was like, ooh, this is not going well. I made it to Metropolis Zone in an hour. Okay.
Okay. Well, I
All
gotta
right.
have my city built in an hour. Does that count?
I don't know.
I
I've never
guess.
played the game, so I don't know if that's good
I
or
don't
bad.
know.
I don't know.
But all right. Thank you guys for watching. We will catch you next time.
Peace out.